Hey everybody, it's Justin here, aka Demonic Sweaters. Today I have another drum lesson for you guys. We're going to be talking about time signature. Now this video is by request, and it was one I planned on making anyways. And I think I made one a long time ago, but I think I could do a better one than I did before. But anyway, if you like this kind of content, don't forget to click like, subscribe, click the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload new content. Also, check out my link down below to my Amazon store if you're looking for electronic drums or any drum product, really. I have a lot of packages pre-configured there at basically any price range, so if you're looking for anything there, check it out. I also have some other links to other things down below as well, so check those out. That helps out the channel. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this, and let's talk about time signature. So, what is time signature? First off, let me draw the most common one you see here. Time signature tells us some very important things about music. We have two numbers. The top number tells us how many beats per measure. The bottom number tells us which type of note equals one beat. Okay, so the top one is pretty easy to grasp. How many beats are in one measure? In order to understand how many beats are in one measure, what's a beat? What are we actually counting here? That's what the bottom number tells us. The bottom number tells us which type of note. And note types, I just uploaded a video about that before this one. Note types are, whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes. Those are all examples of note types. So the bottom number tells us which type of note, which note type is considered one beat or equal to one beat. A beat is just a concept. A beat is the pulse of music. A beat is your heart. It's a heartbeat. So if we're, listening to music, the beat is what we're feeling. It's what we're really playing to. Designating a note type to a beat is just a way that we came up with basically communicating music in a paper form to other people. So if we're talking about 4/4, like I said, is the most common time signature. We have 4 beats in one measure. A measure being, I'm running out of space here. I really need a bigger whiteboard here. A measure being the staff, and then wherever it ends, if you see a line, vertical line, that's the end of our staff, or the end of our measure rather. So we know in this measure, we know there's going to be 4 beats, and each one of those beats is considered a quarter note. I'm just writing them down here out of the way. So that means we're going to count this measure 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What happens if we put some eighth notes in here? We're not going to count to 8 because a quarter note is one beat. So we're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I went over all about how to count a couple of videos ago, so check that out if you haven't seen it already. But the point being here is we have 4 beats and each one is a quarter note. So we know that eighth notes have to be counted a different way. We're not gonna go past 4 beats. Okay, let's go ahead and change this up a bit more. So what happens though if we have this? Let's draw our measure again. I'm just gonna do 3 lines, that's all we need. Okay, so now we have 6/8 is our time signature. So now we know there's going to be 6 beats in one measure, and now a beat is an eighth note. So how do we count it now? Do we still say and for the eighth notes? No, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because now every beat is an eighth note. Say we had 16th notes. Now how would we count it? We would count 16th notes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Because an eighth note is still considered one beat, and we know that there's 6 of them in one measure. So time signature can determine the way that we're counting the beats depending on what it is. If the bottom number is a 4, then you know a quarter note is going to be one beat. If it's an 8, an eighth note will be one beat. If it's a 16, a 16th note will be one beat. Okay, let's just review. So the easiest way to remember this, and what I always tell my students, the top number tells you how many, the bottom number tells you how many what. So we're answering two questions. We have how many, and then how many what? And of course, we're talking about beats here. So how many beats in one measure? And then the bottom number tells you how many of what type of note is one beat. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, once you get the hang of it, then it's easy. It's one of those things you just have to, think about. I know from experience the bottom number is what confuses most people because I feel like it's not explained very well by a lot of people. They always just say, the bottom number tells you which type of note is equal to one beat, and then they just leave it at that. They don't really elaborate. So I'm here hopefully elaborating more, and hopefully that made more sense to you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell icon, check out my links down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.